What's going on, guys? Zeb Monopoly here. Today's video is extremely important. That's if you want to make money. I'm going to cover one final trade here on YouTube. The last couple of months, I've been sharing with you a couple of trades, and a lot of you have made a lot of money. And today, we're going ahead with one more trade that I want to make publicly here. This is a trade on a Bitcoin mining stock, MARA, Marathon Digital Holdings, currently sitting at $17, $17.60 pre-market, and I have six figures in this trade. That's about 50% of usually what I swing trade with. So today we're going to actually go all in the next couple of days, and I'm going to double that in the next couple of days as well. So this is a trade I shared already on the inside. Today I want to share it with you. So let's go ahead and let's talk about this trade, guys, in more details, why I believe in it and why this is the final trade I'm going to make here on YouTube. So let's go ahead and record. Got to press the recording to go through the financials with you. And here we go. So Marathon Digital Holdings, guys. First thing first, let's just go through the chart. Because I know that's what people look to see, is if there's space to make money. Okay, so you notice February 28th, we were saying at $31. Now we're saying at $17.38. And that's because the halving is in next week. Okay, the Bitcoin halving. This trade depends on Bitcoin. Wherever Bitcoin goes, mining stocks will follow. But they should have been up already. But there's halving, which means the mining companies are going to get the revenue cut in half, because the mining thing that happens is going to reduce their revenue or increase their cost. So that means, well, 50% drop is okay. But here's one thing a lot of retailers and a lot of people are missing. Marathon Digital Holdings has done a lot to mitigate the potential loss they're going to incur or reduction of revenue after the halving. Now, they've done that by deploying more miners. They've done that by acquiring their facilities instead of leasing them, like most companies do in the mining space. So then now they actually own their facilities by 50%. And they've ordered more mining rigs. So that power that they're going to push to the market is going to reduce the risk of their cost increasing. And on top of that, as Bitcoin increases in value, their valuation as a company will also increase, and the profit they take. So in December, Bitcoin was at $50,000, and MARA was at $31 per share. And Bitcoin, guys, is now at $70,000. So as we get to $100,000, well, we go back to the same valuation we were in December. But what if MARA is now reducing their cost and Bitcoin goes to 100,000, which we're only 30,000 away from, and you have to believe in Bitcoin, guys, to believe in this trade. You cannot open this trade if you do not believe in Bitcoin, because this all depends on Bitcoin. So MARA actually has 17,381 Bitcoins on their balance sheet, just over $1 billion, and 11 mining facilities. So you'll get a lot of questions in regards to mining, Bitcoin mining, by retailers who are just new to the space. What about the tax the US is imposing on Bitcoin miners, or they're basically suggesting? Well, if they do that and they approve that, then miners can just leave. MARA specifically has diversified portfolio. Most of their facilities are abroad, UAE, Africa, and with Marathon Digital Holdings, guys, they have very low debt in comparison to cash. So let's go look at the debt. Total cash is 357. I like this part. And the total debt is 326. So it's 1-to-1. They have more cash than their debt, which is the first thing investors look at. But they have $1 billion in Bitcoin. This could be more if Bitcoin keeps increasing in value, of course. Okay? The float is 265, implied shares outstanding is 275. There's 10 million potential shares to be unleashed to the market if they wanted to raise capital, which is very little. It's not a lot, by the way. So that risk of issuing more shares is already reduced. 10 million is nothing in comparison to what this stock can do. Now, diluting of shares is another thing, but I doubt this will happen because the CEO himself owns 2 million shares of this company. So he's going to be diluting his own shares, and that would be crazy. Nobody's going to do that. And they already have capital, guys. They already have 1 billion on the balance sheet. They could just sell that. And of course, they're going to continuously make more money from mining. So the profit margin is 67%. Operating margin is 163. You've never seen margins like this in any other industry, guys. It's crazy, right? It's crazy to have these margins. But of course, that will be reduced after the halving, maybe to 50%. But it's still going to be profitable. That's the thing, guys. It's still going to be a profitable company. And as Bitcoin keeps increasing, their profitability keeps increasing. And maybe they go back to this level or to this number. So this is such a great business, guys. This trade can make sense for the next couple of years. And as the time goes, they will expand and increase their mining capacity, guys, which translates to more money for the company. And of course, the valuation of this company will keep increasing because their valuation is actually attached to Bitcoin directly, okay? The more Bitcoin goes up, the higher the price of the valuation of this company. And they're currently valued at 5 billion market cap intraday. Okay, enterprise value is 4.6, and they have $1 billion already. And they can potentially produce even more. So I think this is going to be a great way to expose yourself to Bitcoin. If not owning it directly, and you just want to get into the stock, and you want to get into a company that actually does something, then this is it. This is the biggest mining company in the space. And as you see more distressed companies in this space over the time, I think Marathon Digital Holdings is one of the only companies that has the capital to acquire small companies and merge with smaller companies. Okay, guys, that's me done. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Appreciate you for watching. Any questions you have, let me know. I do need your support on this video, especially if you hold Marathon Digital Holdings. We need to get this to everybody out there who's on the fence about buying this or is looking for exposure to Bitcoin. You can get into an ETF, but an ETF doesn't do anything. Or you can get into a company that's active in the markets and is mining for Bitcoin. And of course, these kind of companies have a potential of paying dividends in the future. Just like any other mining company in the gold sector or silver, they pay dividends. Well, Marathon Digital Holdings can potentially pay dividends in the future. Okay, but expansion is one thing, and this specific company has a lot of space to expand. If Bitcoin goes up, well, they have more money, they can get more rigs. So even if Bitcoin price comes down, well, they have more facilities and more rigs to mine for more Bitcoin. Okay, that's me done. Appreciate you for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and peace and love as always.